Hey everybody, Dan Wilson here, and today we're diving deep into the pixelated battlefields of the 8-bit and 16-bit eras. Welcome to the ultimate showdown between two iconic gaming consoles, the Nintendo NES and the Sega Genesis. These titans of gaming, locked in an epic struggle for console supremacy, defined a generation. But which one truly reigns supreme? It's time to dust off the cartridges, fire up those CRT TVs because we're going old school. We'll be comparing them across 6 exciting rounds, from industrial design to iconic game libraries, to determine which one comes out on top. Let's get ready to rumble. Our contenders emerged from very different worlds. Nintendo, a toy company dipping its toes into the nascent video game market. Sega, an arcade giant seeking to conquer the living room. Their consoles reflected these origins. The NES, launched in 1985, was all about approachability. Its gray and black design, mimicking the then futuristic VCRs, was meant to blend into family rooms. The NES was the console that brought gaming home. Sega's Genesis, hitting the scene in 1989, was a different beast. Sleek, black, and angled, it screamed cool, appealing to an older demographic raised on arcade action. The NES, with its front-loading cartridge slot, was notorious for the blinking power light, the telltale sign of a dusty cartridge. Remember blowing on those cartridges? The Genesis, with its top-loading cartridge slot, was less prone to such issues, but its design was more prone to showing its age, with yellowing plastic becoming a common sight. But these aesthetic differences were just the tip of the iceberg. The NES, while technologically limited, gave birth to iconic franchises like Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Metroid. The Genesis, boasting superior processing power and graphics, brought us the blistering speed of Sonic the Hedgehog, the bloody battles of Mortal Kombat, and the mature themes of games like Phantasy Star 4. The stage was set, the battle lines drawn, 2 consoles, 2 philosophies, 1 goal to conquer the gaming world. A console's controller is its lifeline to the player, and both the NES and Genesis offered unique takes on how we interact with our games. The NES controller, with its iconic rectangular design, is instantly recognizable. The D-pad, though simple, became the standard for directional controls. 2 buttons, A and B, were all you needed to jump, shoot, and navigate the Mushroom Kingdom, but let's be honest, those square corners could be a pain during marathon gaming sessions. And who could forget the infamous Nintendo thumb, a badge of honor perhaps, but a painful one nonetheless. Sega took a different approach with the Genesis controller. Its curved design felt more ergonomic, fitting comfortably in larger hands. The 3-button layout, later expanded to 6, provided more control options, crucial for the faster-paced games the Genesis became known for. But that 3-button layout wasn't without its critics. Some found the button placement awkward, leading to accidental presses. And let's not forget the infamous Sega screams as players mashed those buttons in frustration. The addition of the 6-button layout, though, was a game-changer, particularly for fighting games like Street Fighter II, allowing for a wider range of moves and combos. Ultimately, both controllers had their quirks and charms, but they both played a crucial role in shaping the future of gaming. The eternal battle graphics. In the realm of visuals, the Genesis, with its 16-bit architecture, had a clear advantage over the 8-bit NES. The NES, while charming with its colorful sprites and simple backgrounds, was limited in its ability to render detailed graphics. Games like Super Mario Bros. 3 pushed the system to its limits, but there was no denying the pixelated nature of the visuals. The Genesis, however, ushered in a new era of graphical fidelity. Its increased color palette and ability to display more sprites on screen simultaneously resulted in games that looked closer to their arcade counterparts. Sonic the Hedgehog, with its smooth animation and detailed backgrounds, became a showcase for the Genesis's graphical prowess. Games like Altered Beast, with its digitized graphics, further highlighted the difference in visual capabilities. But graphics aren't everything, are they? The NES, despite its limitations, proved that compelling gameplay could overcome any graphical shortcomings. The simple yet effective visuals of games like Metroid and The Legend of Zelda, with their focus on atmosphere and exploration, still hold up remarkably well today. Ultimately, both consoles offered unique visual experiences, each contributing to the evolution of video game graphics. Chapter 4. Game On. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the games. Both the NES and Genesis boasted impressive libraries, but their approaches to game design were vastly different. The NES, under Nintendo's strict content guidelines, became synonymous with family-friendly titles. Games like Super Mario Bros., Donkey Kong, and The Legend of Zelda set the standard for platforming, adventure, and action-adventure genres. These games, while simple in concept, were incredibly addictive and offered near-limitless replayability. Who didn't spend hours trying to rescue Princess Peach, defeat King K. Rool, or uncover the secrets of Hyrule? The Genesis, targeting a more mature audience, embraced a different philosophy. Games like Sonic the Hedgehog, with its emphasis on speed and attitude, challenged Nintendo's dominance. Sega wasn't afraid to push boundaries, introducing mature themes and violence with games like Mortal Kombat and Streets of Rage. These games, while controversial at the time, helped redefine what video games could be. The Genesis also embraced sports titles, with games like NHL 94 and Madden 95 setting new standards for realism and gameplay. Both consoles offered a wealth of gaming experiences, from the family-friendly adventures of the NES to the edgy, action-packed titles on the Genesis. Chapter 5. Gadget Gauntlet. Consoles are more than just boxes that play games. They're gateways to new experiences. Both the NES and Genesis came with their share of quirky and innovative peripherals. The NES Zapper, a gray and orange plastic gun, brought the arcade light gun experience home. Duck Hunt, with its laughing dog and frustratingly evasive ducks, became an instant classic. Then there was the Power Glove. While commercially unsuccessful and notoriously difficult to use, it promised a new level of immersive gaming. It was the future, even if it didn't quite work as intended. Sega wasn't going to be outdone in the realm of wacky peripherals. The Sega Activator, an octagonal ring you stood in, was meant to translate your body movements into in-game actions. Ambitious, yes, but ultimately a commercial flop. But Sega also had some hits. The Sega CD, while adding bulk to the Genesis, expanded its capabilities, allowing for CD-quality audio and FMV games. Games like Sonic CD and Night Trap pushed the boundaries of what was possible on a 16-bit console. Both consoles offered a glimpse into the future of gaming, with peripherals that ranged from the innovative to the downright bizarre. Chapter 6. And the winner is... The battle has been waged, the pixels have fallen, and now it's time to crown a champion. But can we really declare a definitive winner? Both the NES and Genesis left an indelible mark on gaming history. The NES, with its family-friendly approach and iconic games, resurrected the video game industry and introduced a generation to the joys of gaming. It was the console that brought Mario, Zelda, and Link into our lives. The Genesis, with its focus on a more mature audience, pushed the boundaries of what video games could be. It brought us Sonic, Mortal Kombat, and a new level of graphical fidelity. Ultimately, the best console for you depends on your preferences. Do you value groundbreaking graphics and mature themes? The Genesis might be your jam, or do you prefer timeless classics and family-friendly fun? The NES is your console. But one thing's for sure, both consoles played a pivotal role in shaping the gaming landscape we know and love today. They were more than just gaming consoles. They were cultural phenomena that transcended gaming and became a part of our collective consciousness. So instead of declaring a winner, let's celebrate the legacy of these two gaming titans. They entertained us, challenged us, and ultimately made us gamers. Outro game over? There you have it, folks, the ultimate battle between the Nintendo NES and the Sega Genesis. We've dissected their designs, controllers, graphics, games, and even their craziest peripherals. Which one do you think is the winner? Let us know in the comments below. Did your favorite console win? Let's reminisce about those golden days of gaming together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more epic showdowns. Until next time, stay curious, keep gaming, and always remember, it's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching.